I've been using Clipmate for years and years. It's an extender for your clipboard. And if you recall, in Windows, when you copy something, it actually goes to a clipboard. When you paste it, you can paste it 2 or 3 times, but if you copy something else, it goes away and the new item takes its place. With Clipmate, it extends that ability. And let me talk about Clipmate. First of all, it hasn't been updated, or this version hasn't been updated since 2013. Still works fine for me. There's 2 versions. There's one license for 1 user. I think there's one for 3 and maybe 5 users. So maybe there's 3 versions of it. 3 ways to purchase it. I have it for 5 computers because I use it on all my computers, all my Windows computers. And I think I've been using it since 2008 or even earlier than that. Clipmate saves time and makes you more productive by adding clipboard functions that the Windows clipboard leaves out, such as holding thousands of clips instead of just one at a time. Clipmate has functions to combine, edit, manage your clipboard data. It can also print, reformat, and even spell check. It also has a multi-monitor screen capture, and it has features for sharing clips among multiple PCs. Now, I don't do a lot of this, but I do use it enough to make sure that it's on all my computers and it saves me a lot of time. So let's take a look at Clipmate. 1, it saves time. It makes you more productive. It holds thousands of clips. It combines clips. You can edit clips. You can manage your clipboard data. You can print. You can reformat. You can spell check. And you can use multi-monitor screen capture. And you can share clips among multiple PCs. Several of those I don't use. I don't normally use the spell check. I don't use multiple monitors, so I don't use that. And I don't share among multiple PCs. And even though I save the clips, I don't normally go back into older ones, way back. But I still have a lot of them saved. Okay, it runs on XP, Vista 7, 8, 8.1, and 10. There's a single user, a 2-computer license for the single user is a 2-computer license. It's $35. The one I use is 5-user, and I think it's 60 or $65. I'll have it later on in here. Clipmate remembers everything that you cut or copy to the clipboard. It works with all Windows programs that work with the clipboard. Its searchable database can hold thousands of clips in text, RTF, HTML, and bitmap format. It shortcuts place commonly used clips within easy reach for quick reuse, and powerful reformatting, editing, case conversion, and even a spell checker. And I'm going to show you a lot of this in the next few minutes. Okay, it's easy to use. Double click on a clip in the clipboard history list and it's pasted right where you're working, or you can drag or drop data right from the Clipmate into the target, or what I do is I just do a Control-V or paste and it goes there from whatever clip I'm on. You can use the portable version to take Clipmate when you're on any USB stick, including the U3 smart drives. For $35, $34.95, the single user license covers you on 2 computers or 1 computer and a USB stick. The household license up to 5 computers used in the same household for only $80. I was wrong on the price. And the multi-user licenses are available as well, but it's a one-time fee. You don't have to keep renewing it every year. I don't use this power paste feature. Helps you quickly paste a series of clips or break apart complex data by comma, line break. I've never used it, so I don't know how to use it. They explain it to you, but it's a feature that they tout. Printing, I've not printed. I don't use it to print clips, but you can. And as I said, I don't share either, but you can. The screen capture by desktop, window, or area with support for multiple monitors. I use Snagit to do most of my screen capturing, but I do use it to do a quick capture of almost anything, but not usually the screen captures, but I can do it if I need to. Sometimes you just want to paste without all of the formatting that often accompanies clipboard data, and I'm going to demonstrate some of that. It extends the clipboard, and any software program that can use the Windows clipboard can work with Clipmate. It was first used, or it was released in 1991. I purchased it in 1998 and have been using it ever since. Okay, you get an email and it looks like this. Notice all the lines because somebody forwarded or replied, somebody else replied back, somebody else replied, and you don't want all of those lines. So what you do, and I redacted it, so there weren't a lot of emails and so on showing. Okay, so what I do here is this is what the box looks like on my screen. There are two views. This is called the classic, and then there's another view as well, but right now we're using the classic view, and you'll notice that what I can do with the edit, I can clean up text. So by clicking edit, I get a menu, and one of the items is clean up text. When I click on clean up text, there are several things that I can remove or clean up. If you get a chevron, I'm moving my mouse up here right now. If you move up here where the chevron is, you know that, and I'm going to, I'll show you a screen capture of how it gets rid of that. But you'll notice here is where the lines are, and it's not checked. So what I did was I checked it. And so now that will strip out that character. And then I click down on OK. And so now what I'm going to do, I had already copied that email. I've now stripped of all of those lines. And when I paste, this is what it looked like. And when I paste it, you'll see on the right into a new message, all those lines are gone. It sounds more complicated than it actually is. You highlight what you want to copy, you copy it, and then you go in and you say, I want text conversion, I want to clean up, and once you click on that and you come back, and then when you go to paste, those lines are gone. Same thing with when you get an email that looks like this. You want to get rid of all of that. You're pasting it into a document, you're resending it to somebody, and you don't want all those chevrons or those arrows there. You copy the entire message, you go to edit, and then you say OK, and then you paste, and there it is without them there. Very quick, very clean, very easy. I use it all of the time. It's how I clean up a lot of stuff that I resend out that's got a lot of junk in it. Okay, here is part of an article, 3 paragraphs that I copied, highlighted from an article. So I'm going to copy it. I highlight it, then I copy it. And when I paste it, this is what it looks like. And I copied it or pasted it into Word. So it's just like it was in the article. But let's say I want to change some things. I'm going to go out to my Clipmate. I'm going to go to case conversion. I can make it all lowercase. I can make it uppercase. I can make it mixed case. I can make it sentence case. And you ever type a whole bunch of stuff and it's inverted, all the caps are lowercase, all the lowercase or uppercase, you can invert it by doing this as well. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and choose all uppercase. And so when I paste it, it looks like this. I haven't recopied it. I just went back out to my Clipmate, told it to edit, change the case, and make it all uppercase. Okay, I don't want that. So I did the same thing. I changed it, and I said, okay, make it alternate case. So every word is capitalized. Well, it didn't know ABC is got to be capitalized, so I have to go back and edit that. But for the most part, it's done just what I wanted it to do. So if you're making headlines for some purpose, you can do it very easily using this. And then if you want it to go back to regular, you go do it regular. And let's say it's inverted, and you can then well, let's go back. If it's inverted, you can tell it to invert, and you'll notice there anything that was capitalized is lowercase now, and anything that was lowercase is now uppercase. So sometimes you get a whole page of that, and then you realize, oh, geez, what I do? Instead of retyping it all over again, just do the conversion. Okay, so here is an ad with some information on it, and I want to pass this information on. Not the picture, just the information. And so I go in and I copy the information. So that's what I want. I highlight it. I copy it. I come to my Clipmate and I paste it. Nice, clean, same information. It's right there in Word. But let's say I want to remove the line breaks. Okay, now it's put it all together, and so there aren't the line breaks. Now you'll notice that they are separated. If there's a space between the paragraphs, it keeps them in a paragraph, but it will take all the line breaks out of the paragraph. Sometimes you get an email and you want to copy that information into a new email or into something, and it was text, and so at the end of every line you're going to line break in it, and it breaks uncomfortably. Well, you can do this, have it put it back together again, so it's one flowing group, and then when you paste it into the document will handle the wrapping. Okay, let's take a look at this. I just want to grab the headlines from items 1, 2, and 3 in here. And I don't want all the other stuff. I don't want to do a lot of editing. The one nice thing you can do is you can tell it to append your clips. So what we're going to do, and by that I mean I'm going to come up here and you'll see me doing it because this is an animated GIF. What we've done is we highlight each of the items and then clip it, and then it appends 3 items, and then when we're done we paste it into a document, and there are just those 3 items. We didn't have to do 3 separate ones and paste it 3 different times. You can append. So if you've got several things on a page or several pages that you want all together, you can append one after the other. Stop the appending, tell it to complete, and it says, and it will tell you in the Clipmate dialog box that it completed 3 items. And then when you paste it, there they are. So again, it saves you a lot of time, a lot of editing, and it's right there. And like I said, in the classic mode of Clipmate, all of the clips are there. And you can go to any one of them and go back to it and re-paste it. And the other thing that you can do is you can delete them, and at the end of every week, it makes a zip file and goes back and saves them in a file where you designate. So all your clips going back years can be there, or you can delete them. It doesn't matter. You can delete them. You can open that zip, and then you can open it within Clipmate, so you can go back. Oh, I don't think I saved anything, but I remember doing a copy paste, so maybe I can find it. I know what the date is. I can go into that week and find it. And again, it looks like this. You can sort them by modified dates or by title, and then find the ones you want. Under your file, you've got a lot of choices. I'm just showing you the menu items here for the different things that you can do. You can copy an item to a collection. You can move an item to a collection. You can export them. You can add new collections. And then under Edit, you can undo. You can select all clips. You can append clips together or glue them. That's what I showed you. You can do the case conversion, clean up text, which I've showed you. You can shift them left, shift them right, remove the line breaks I showed you. And then there's the power paste up stuff that I mentioned. Under Tools, you can auto capture. There's some options that you can set. One of the options I have set is every time I start up Windows, Clipmate automatically opens because I use it so much. Then under View, you can have it either Classic or Explorer. Explorer is the way I have it. Classic is with the long list, so you can go back and forth between them. You can have it open to Classic. You can have it open to Explorer. Some visibility. You can have it on your desktop where it's always on top, or sometimes it'll be covered if you open something over it. And then under Help, there are several things you can do, including purchase it. So you can, I think there's a, it's shareware. I think you can download it and try it for a short period of time. There's tutorials, there's helps. You can go to their webpage, which is not really updated a lot, not changed. Again, the program hasn't really changed in years. So this is just a summary of it. And again, there is a 30-day trial, so if you want to try it. And that's it for Clipmate. Any questions? Are we still? Yeah, we're still connected.
No hands. Oh, there is a hand. Yes.
Where can you download that from? When I looked, there were several different places.
What is the best address to download Clipmate, please?
It's thornsoft.com, but I'll show you, let's see, from here. In my notes, let's full screen this. Then we're going to go to this anyway and make it bigger. If you go to Clipmate and click here, you can go to clipmate.com or it's thornsoft.com, either one, but clipmate.com will get you there too. As you can see, as you can tell from me talking about it, I use it every day. I use it all the time. It is my clipper, and so every time I clip something, it goes in my Clipmate, and then I do a lot of the appending and a lot of the change conversions and a lot of cleanup with it, because I do a lot of, if I do some website stuff, sometimes I want to take a long list of something and then break it up certain ways, or just pick up certain things from the article, and then I can just append one clip after another and then paste it all into one page.
Yes. When you're using this, does it automatically disable the standard Windows clipboard, or do you have to do that manually somehow?
It automatically does it. I think that's still out there, but it's just it's just using it the same way. So there's no way of really telling you. I don't think it's, if you close up Clipmate, you can still clip one item at a time like you can with the Windows clipboard.
Another question?
Has he compared any of the free clipboard managers with this?
Have you compared any of the free clipboard managers with it?
No, I have not. I've used this since 1998. It's worked for me. Why change?
I have to make a couple of comments, Huey. Number one, what I do is whenever I'm at a computer and doing anything like surfing or editing or whatever, I open a notepad, WordPad, and then I use the standard Windows clipboard. I just Control-C and then Control-V over to my open WordPad. So I have, in a sense, the same thing the Clipmate is doing. I don't have any of the fancy things like changing inverting capitals and that sort of thing. But it's almost like learning a whole new program, and that's the objection that people give me for Total Commander. So to use everything in Clipmate, one would have to spend a lot of time learning it, and I get along very nicely without any other clipping device than just using the clipboard, and I can, if I have 5 or 10 sites or sentences or paragraphs that I've copied, I can then decide whether to save it as a text file, rich text file, or not. And but it does have the features of doing a weekly backup. Zipping is interesting.
Okay, let me just show you something very quickly. I am going to tell it. I don't know if you can see it down here. I'll move it up. It's not very big, but I'm going to clip on the append. We'll clip on that. Then I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to take 3 items. Take that one. Let's see, is that highlighted? And I'm going to do a Control C. Did you hear the noise?
Yes.
Okay, it makes a little noise when you do this in append mode. Let me make sure I get all of this. I highlight that, Control C, and I take this one, Control C. Then I come back to, because I'm full screen so y'all can see it better, so I've got to come back over here. Oops, I was there. There we go. And then it says appending, and I just tell it to stop appending by clicking that again. And then we'll go to my notepad and do a Control V, and there they are. Saves me having to do it 3 different times like you do. I'm
Yep.
doing it just in one group and then pasting it.
Yep.
And then I can take, because they're there, I'm going to go ahead. I've got this set up, so all I do is I click here, and then let's come down just a couple of lines. I'll do a Control V now. It's 1 paragraph. Saves a lot of time, a lot of editing. So that's how I use it. How I use it a lot. Okay. I hope you enjoyed me sharing that. Ted, I hope you learned something. I know you had wanted me to show some things about Clipmate at one time. I hope that helped you.